Hello, my name is Chris. In this video we would like to present to you progress of our new game called In Vacuum. I am programmer and code designer for this project. Also I am responsible for graphics and music. We started to think about that project several years ago, but just recently together with Darek we managed to finish full design of this game and we started to work on it.
And my name is Darek. I'm a code programmer. I decided to take part in Vacuum project because I think the game is supposed to show some very interesting aspects of advanced technology, and besides I just wanted to do something that is at the same time addictive and creative, and so far the game fulfills my expectations 100%.
This game is going to be a space survival, whereas an astronaut traveling in small ship, you will try to bring yourself and your ship to the end of that journey. During that time your main goal will be to sustain astronaut life parameters, fitness, hunger, and few others required for a proper activity. Your ship is your friend and the only guarantee that you will succeed to survive, so the secondary goal is to maintain it. This is a preview of internal version 0.1. All things presented by us might change or be deleted. At the beginning of the game, player will be allowed to choose one from 3 classes available for use: Pilot, Doctor, and Engineer. All of them will allow to play and complete the game a little bit differently. For instance, Pilot will have easier job to maintain his physical attributes, while having some problems with engineering. Doctor, on the other hand, has higher intelligence, which will help him with solving some general problems, but will need to spend more time on the gym. Within the time we will add more constraints and derivation between them to make all of them interesting choice for another playthrough. The only ship that is currently available is the Holder. As you can see, it is rather small. I can run through it in a few seconds. Don't be fooled though. Even a small sized ship can make your life in space, especially with these hard doors in the middle. Might look impractical, but we can talk again when the ship will start losing precious air. Astronaut parameters will decay through the time, so it is really important to constantly monitor those any of them is below emergency level.
So when we were designing the game mechanic, we were wondering how do you move in no gravity conditions? Do you use ropes like a ninja, or do you have a jetpack, or do you use magnetic boots, or do you just jump from one point to another? And the latest idea is what we actually implemented. So you can jump from one place to another, and maybe the accuracy will be dependent on the chosen class of your character. So if you choose to play a soldier, then you will probably have more physical abilities and you'll be able to jump where you want each time. And when you choose some professor, some nerd, then you might end up in the wrong place instead. Personally, I find moving like this very amusing, but apart from that, make movement harder could be essential in story events that are time limited or that require fast reaction from a player. Another thing is that, as we know from Newton's law, when the gravity turns off, the force no longer acts on you, then you don't just stop, you go the direction you were going when the gravity was on and when you intended to go. And obviously the problem is that you totally lost control over your movement, so you're just flying until you hit something. Therefore, you might want to mind your steps in case when you know that something is wrong with the artificial gravity system on the ship.
Every ship is not just a piece of metal floating in void. It requires equipment for proper working and for preservation of astronaut life. Currently, we have prepared several of such items. Life support will be responsible for showing us around vital parameters, statistics, measuring time, and setting alarms triggered by different events. Biomass support will provide food required for survival. Cryochamber will allow astronauts to regain energy and general health. Bed, cheaper version of cryochamber, doesn't work that well. Will wake you up for the time when your favorite show starts, but bed doesn't drain energy, and energy supply on the ship will be limited. And finally, power monitor that will be responsible for monitoring and optimizing energy usage. In future updates, we are planning to include around 20 equipment types. Most of them will be available in different sizes. Their size will determine their functionality and bonuses.
We implemented a physical model of diffusion so that we can simulate things like airflow or heat propagation. It allows us to calculate physical values like temperature or pressure in any particular place of a spacecraft. So it's not like given value is the same everywhere, or it changes instantly in the whole area, or that the ratio of any changes is constant in all the places now. Why do we think it is so important? That's because in such a specific environment as spacecraft, everything matters. Some details may turn out to be crucial for the whole space trip operation. Obviously, when you design a spacecraft, it has to be like thought through 100 times better than when you design a house or an office. And that's one of the things that we would like to reflect in the game. So the diffusion system that we created allows us to define that, for example, a given item is a heat generator characterized by some efficiency, or some place is a source of poisonous gas that flows in at a limited rate, or that there is a hole somewhere in the ship causing fresh air to escape by some amount per second or per minute. All such items and events influences the very harsh environment that an astronaut must survive in. That forces a player to make hard decisions. For example, say you need to go to the next room that is behind a closed door in order to access your computer or to fetch it. And the problem is that the air at the next room has been, let's say, contaminated due to some accident. When the door opens, the air from both rooms mixes up, so you might no longer be able to breathe without wearing your special spacesuit in the first room. Now, is it worth to go to the next room? Can you do it fast enough not to contaminate the air completely in the first room? Is it worth to turn off the heaters and cool down the air first in order to slow down the mixing process? Would you climb a ladder inside the second room faster if you turn off an artificial gravity first? There is a problem with wires, but you don't know where exactly. You know that it might cause pulsating heat increase over time. So you might wanna try to go and find it with some temperature sensors in your hand. For the need of diffusion calculations, we have invented some cellular automata algorithm.
Next update, internal version 0.2, will contain even more new stuff. New equipment types, more animations, better management of equipment and items on the ship. We will also start working on the saving system, improvements for no gravity state, and start working on mini games that will be available in game. For now that's all. Thank you for watching and see you next time.